gotta kill Dovetail. Gotta kill Dovetail. I'm gonna kill Dovetail. I'm gonna kill Oops, I'm on the air. Sorry, I was just singing a song there. Hello. Welcome all to our YouTube channel, GFYS Gaming Australia. I am 100% better this week, folks, after last week's Hell Week. Yes, AstraZeneca. Woo! Do not get that. That's worse than weed. All right. So anyway, welcome. Weed's good actually. Yeah, 4 years quit though. Had a good time when I did. Hello, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to GFYS Gaming Australia. I am your godfather, the king of Train Sim World in Australia. Hello to you all. It is time for a fantastic live stream of Choo Choo Tuesdays. Just rolling myself a nice cigarette here. The nice Bourbon Champion Ruby. And we are ready to rock and roll. Now, I've already got the first run up and running. About to kick it off. I've just closed the doors and I've paused it. So we're going to get straight into the thick of things here in a second. If you're new to our YouTube channel, welcome aboard. If you're a returning customer, welcome back to the station. Hit that subscribe button and join our amazing almost 1.3k subscriber base. We're almost up to 1,300 subscribers, folks. Are you going to be the 1,300th subscriber? We'll find out, eh? All right. So tonight is Train Sim World. Tomorrow night's Train Sim World. Thursday night is American Truck Simulator. Friday night is time off because I'm watching the footy, and I really don't give a rat's ass who wins, to be honest. My team's long gone. I'm Vancross. I'm not a Tiger supporter though. I am unfortunately a struggling St. George supporter. But anyway, great history, but yep, led by a bunch of fuckwits. All right, let's get into it. Thought I closed those doors. Okay, sweet. Yellow, yellow. Is there problems with the... Yeah, it's across the bloody field. Great. That's one thing I forgot to do. There we go. Ah. Good evening, Lily. Big D, thanks for that skin, by the way, Big D, for the TSA. You know what I do with my TSAs? I go into the files and I upgrade them to the current game every time the game gets upgraded. But there's one thing I wish somebody would bloody properly upgrade them. Because the lights need upgrading hard. They only do the lights only. You can only see the lights in the like dusk into the nighttime. And through the daytime, you can't see them. They're very, very, very. If you go right up close to them, you can see them. But yeah, very dull. Alright, so we've got a roadmap update coming up over the next course of a few hours. There is a roadmap update and there's a stream coming up in the early hours of morning our time for the roadmap. Not sure what's going to be involved in the roadmap. I think the 1938 tube stock might be coming up the list though, because Ripper Games have finally shown the first gameplay, first preview of it. So that looks like it's getting closer to release. So yeah, we should be seeing something within the next month or two for that. That's going to be for the London Underground. And then we have, so yeah, that could be banked up the list a bit more, I think, upcoming. I'll be very, I wouldn't be safe to say upcoming, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does end up coming up into upcoming. God knows when bloody Brighton Mainline's going to be released. We got the first screenshots of that over the last 7 days, but yeah, I was thinking, oh well, now they've shown us the screenshots. Surely there's going to be a preview this week. After I seen on the forum saying it was TBC for Thursday, I thought, oh okay, this is interesting. Looks like we could get the first preview. But then I seen it was updated to 2 days in a row of Train Simulator 2022. I thought, yeah, all right. Well, there goes the October 7 release. So the 14th, 21st, I don't know. Is it an October release? I'm really giving up on answers at the moment, to be honest. So when we get confirmation, we'll give you the information update on the release date, and then we'll give you the confirmation on our launch live stream for, obviously it's going to be through the night time here in Australia. So yeah, I'll be up till like 5 AM again. Oops, wrong button. Well, if you're already a subscriber to our YouTube channel, then you're welcome back to the station. That's why we have our saying here on Train Sim World. If you're new to our YouTube channel, welcome aboard. If you're a returning customer, welcome back to the station. Returning customer is a returning subscriber. We had our first premiere of Deathloop, I think might have just finished on our YouTube channel. We had that at just an hour before we come on the air tonight. I don't think there'll be anything added to the roadmap. I just think there'll be an update of it. I'd like to know what the hell's happening with the PlayStation 5 sort of side of things. I've lost the Southeastern High Speed. I've lost the Nevica Dresden. I've lost the class, the add-on EMU for the Southeastern High Speed, and I'm pissed off about that because the London commuters got that added logo. So we're on the PC again tonight, folks. We've got a new countdown on our channel now as well, folks. I established one for American Truck Simulator, and I've established one now for Choo Choo Tuesdays. So we have a 5-minute countdown clock on now, so you know exactly when we're about to hit on the air. I was scrambling actually. I couldn't end up linking the video to our Facebook friends. The Train Sim World community and the Train Sim World 2 players community. So I'll just link it up after. My computer's playing haywires with me tonight. Oh shit.
Ziva.
What happens when I look at the other screen? What the hell's the passengers? Am I playing Sim Metro all of a sudden? Yeah, we've got another train simulator on our YouTube channel now. It's the South Korean one set in Seoul. It's called Sim Metro, and we've got gameplay of that on our YouTube channel now. If you guys are quite interested, it's a very, very good simulator. I'll tell you right now. No frame rate drops in that thing, and my God, the graphics are off their brain. It's awesome. It's in a beta stage, so there's no passengers or anything in it at the moment. But yeah, it's a very, very promising game. And there is an update coming to add more to it soon. They're adding bits and pieces to it as they go along. So it's really in a beta. So very similar to what Train Sim World was in with the original Train Sim World back in the days. It was in a beta stage. Still feels like a bloody beta from time to time, the way they fuck around with it. Yeah, this is a DB train. It's a German train. It's the game's very dominated by German trains. There's a fair few German train routes on the game. There's one that's just actually been added to the game. It's a very unique train. It's all different types. There's freight services as well, and high-speed trains as well. And I've just bloody hit the emergency button. Yeah, they haven't gave us an update on it, but I've been checking the thread with the amount of people that are complaining about it. So I did see that they are still investigating it. JD actually gave us an update on it, so hopefully they'll give us an update on this roadmap. I feel like staying up for the stream actually, the bloody given why what, but what can you do? You just gotta wait. It's lucky enough I got the game on the PC. Still got the freezing issues, the sound issues, cutting in and out and all that. It's not perfect on the PC at the moment. I'm not on the best PC anyway, but it is what it is. I'll have a look at that after. I'll have a look at that after on those photos. I thought BBC hardware would be pretty cool because that being a bit of an old school thing. I remember the BBC hardwares growing up. And I remember them even before they ended up becoming Hardware House, before they went massive. Yeah, Bunnings ended up taking them all over. So yeah, I've been after skins for a while, but if I knew how to skin myself, I would do it myself. But the one thing I would love to do for American Truck Simulator is do AI traffic with the SES reefers and dry. See how it cuts out. With the reefers and the dry boxes and that for the AI traffic. Jazzy Cat and Traffic Maniac are the two heads of that, but yeah, you think they replied to you? Yeah, there's no rush. Things Welcome to those who wait. I've been a very patient person. I've been locked up in this house for 4 months now with this lockdown. It's hell on earth. First jab in, waiting for the 22nd of October, get my second one. Oh yeah, that'll be bloody right. You give it to me after my 39th birthday. Like a buggers. Went through hell after that AstraZeneca. I'll tell you right now. I had the felt alright until I started doing the live stream that night with American Truck Simulator, and about an hour into the stream I started getting really drowsy and started shaking and stuff, and my head felt like it was on fire, and I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And I woke up the next morning, I just felt like shit. I didn't want to get out of bed at all. I cancelled the live stream for the Friday night because of it. I did pre-warn everybody before that anyway. If I don't do the live streams or anything, then you know I've had a reaction to the COVID beetle. But yeah, a couple of days I felt shit, and then I felt alright after that. Not too bad now. I get that second jab, I'll be like, or I'll be going to my work agency, I'll be like, all right, get me a fucking job, let's go, let's get back on the road. Yeah, that's it. As long as I'm okay, that's it. I'm just missing seeing my friends and everything. You know, like I was spending my weekends every weekend going to my mate's house, you know, seeing my good friends. And you know, I've known all these boys for over 25 years, you know. So, good mates of mine. I'm missing one particular person, two particular people actually. My daughter, obviously, my little princess. I get to see her every day on the phone though, but it's not the point like not seeing her. It's really killing me. And I don't really care about the mother. she's just the mother of my kid. That's it. But yeah, I'm missing my friends a lot. Missing my friends a hell of a lot. But one particular one I'm missing like crazy. I don't have to shy away from it. Like they know, my best mate knows that I care for his sister so much, so it's all good. So I don't hide shit. All right, 1.1. Oh, so it's almost going to say 1.1 to go, but we're getting closer now. these German trains that have very, well, what I call them, a party horn. That's what I call them. Just about $4.99 there, not too bad. We are going to Hagen. Can I see your ticket? Thank you. So we've got a premiere coming up at 2 a.m. Sydney, Australia time zone later on tonight. It's a good time for the people in Europe and US, where we get most of our viewers from. We've got a premiere for Never Dresden with inner city coaches with a DBBR 101. So I did that gameplay earlier today. Yeah, I try to get as much detail as possible. Did Xbox have an update as well? Because that's what's happened with the PlayStation. We got our annual year core update, and oh, is it clear? Is it? Shit. Sometimes it plays up, sometimes it doesn't, depending of some nights it will play up and some nights it won't. On Saturday night I used OBS Studio actually, and it was not too bad because it was playing up on here on the OBS Streamlabs. But yeah, it's quite surprising it's smooth as. Sometimes it's not, sometimes it is. It's see what I normally do. I'll flip off the other screen for a second. What I bring up is the performance area. So I look at the performance, and at the moment it's taking up 13% of the CPU. 14% it's just jumped up to now. 11, it's dropped to 11, so it's bouncing between 11 and 14 CPU. 60 frames per second at the moment. And I got my streaming on 1080p, the same as the screen itself, and constant bit rate. Got constant bit rate on. Constant bit rate is the most important thing. And I've got my sharpening up to 32, not 16. I've got that on 32. And what else? I got it at 9,000 kp, which is if you're running like if your upload speeds at 18, like mine's at 18, my upload speed. You got to look at your upload speed. If your upload speed's 18 or something like that, it's freezing up like that. No wait, it's not the stream doing that. That's the game itself. The game does do that. And I am speeding now. Right? Drop. Too much, but anyway, we are coming into a 70, so that works out fine. Yep. Yeah, I was going to throw in those, I was trying to work out how to throw those things up on the screen, but I just didn't want to take away from the experience of the actual game itself, so that's why I've sort of never really throw in the chat onto the screen or anything like that, because I just, I had a donation thing going on the other night actually, because I got super chats enabled, so people can donate on any of our live stream, but the last time I got a donation was from a guy from South Australia. That was at least 6 months ago now. But that's all right anyway, because you know I average getting the Google payout every 4 months anyway, so it works out fine. It's a bit of extra kitty in the money box. The good thing about it, I don't have to declare it. So it works out good. I asked my agency about that. I was like, how do I go about declaring that with settling? And they're like, oh, no, you don't have to because it's under the threshold. I'm like, you sure? Because I was, you know, willing to declare it. I don't care if I lost a bit of money on one of the pays. Doing something, you know, I love, so. So you never used to do this before the core update for the game. We had a massive core update to the game that absolutely has caused all this chaos since. I'm really thinking that this engine is not that. It's actually way worse than the last one. Passenger information systems, they're not working on this particular route at the moment, but the preservation crew are working on this route. And they're going to be bringing that into the game later on. At long last. I was quite surprised when they said they're going to work on this route. I thought, okay, well, now they've added some more companies to the freight services, so yeah, maybe it works out alright. So I say those one freight services will be added to this route as well, because only on the Nevergo at the Dresden at the moment. Alright, Rura Austin, that was the R4 Rapporteur to Hagen. Hopefully I've pronounced that right. It is German, yeah. Alright, 28 minutes and 2 on the gold medal. Very nice. You're on Choo Choo Tuesdays. This is episode 45. You're live with the Don. Okay, so these are the two latest routes. These are part of the rush hour, and there's one to come. There is the London commuter from London Victoria to Brighton, which Brighton's already in the game with the East Coast Way, but there's another service coming in to Brighton, which is absolutely awesome. And this is going to, the next one's going to be the 2021 route of the year. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. 29 stations, I think they said they're going to be bringing on this new route. Wow, that's incredible. So yeah, it's going to be a very, very good stop-start. All right. Okay, so East Coast Way, Canadian, German, British. This is the high-speed one. Isle of Wight. Isle of Wight. It's got some frame issues, but it's a bit of a route. But anyway, Southeastern high speed is pretty good. By the way, the midweek World of Trains community vote is up and going, ladies and gentlemen. Still, you have until midday Sydney, Australia time zone tomorrow to cast your vote for the midweek World of Trains community vote out at our community area. And the winner of the most percentage will be selected as our midweek World of Trains community vote winner and our first run for tomorrow night's episode of midweek World of Trains. And it is episode 49 tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. So get cracking. You have 4 choices to choose from. 4 amazing high-speed trains and from 4 routes, ladies and gentlemen. Great Western Express was winning the vote as I speak to you guys here right now. And the Great Western Express is the original high-speed train route from Train Sim World and the first ever DLC added to Train Sim World in history. All right, let's get into it. Actually, nope. Let's go with the Legends of the Great Western. The Class 101. Beautiful. Can't go wrong. Or can we? Alright, let's go from London Paddington to Sleuth. All right, 7:57. Let's go. This is a full manual train, by the way, folks. First things first, got to turn the key on. Put that into forward. Put the lights on, of course. Wait. Test on. Wait. Unlock those doors. This is an old school train. Get up and put on the special handle. Get all the system going. Oop, destination's already on the board. Don't have to worry about that. All right, let's go to the back cab. Oh, that's not the cab that we wanted. Excuse me. It's not taking me to the bloody back cab. Oh, yes it is. No. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. Put it in neutral. So this is London Paddington, this station. And the London Underground area has the Paddington station as well. London Underground is on the opposite side. If you in real life, you go up the stairs and then you go over to the other side of the road and down the escalators and that to London, the Underground, the Paddington. All right, let's get into it. Put it into first gear. would be nice to put the brakes off. And here we go. Second gear. Leave it in there while I have a drink. Third gear. The only manual train in Train Sim World. It's a beautiful manual train. This is a class 101. We don't get it confused because the German train, one of the German trains is a DBBR 101 with the intercity coaches, but this is the class 101. This is a British Rail, so it's a big difference. This is British, that's German. Going 38 miles per hour at the moment. We'll put it into the fourth gear, which is the high gear. Those lights on in the daytime. Legends of the Great Western Pack was released earlier this year. This was bringing a 1970s vibe to the Great Western Express route. Okay, we're getting closer to our first stop now, so we'll slow down on that. Bringing it back in the first gear. Get ready to get those brakes into lap. Put it into lap and then we'll be able to brake very easily. As soon as as we get down to 0.5 miles, we will be into the last 1,000 yards. Warning that we're coming in. That's warning us that there is a yellow signal. We've 2 yellows at the front here, so that means there's a red signal after that. Sometimes they could be not. I remember watching the Howl and Pace episode actually, and they said, why would you want to go to Sloth? It's just a shit hole. Yeah, it is an amazing train, this one, I tell you, it's awesome. I still think that this is one of the all-time legendary trains of the game. Baggage and your bicycle, you know, stuff like that. Okay, thank you. PlayStation, I remember playing this on the PlayStation, and remember the gear shifter always wanted to jump at the same time you want to shift the gears and that, and it just didn't want to play ball, and I'm like, this is really a pain in the ass, so I had to like full manual it. Definitely way better on the PC. mouse support. Obviously the mouse does a hell of a lot. It's a big difference to the game, I tell you right now. Yards out, not too bad. Excuse me, your train has arrived. West Erling's our next stop. Usually, if we do the run, we're out the Great Western Pack, just the other one. With the Class 166, we usually would just go to West Erling or vice versa. But we are going to Slough, which is pretty much halfway. I call it the halfway mark on this route. Make sure that these the red line and the blue line are underneath the first little arrow of the building point. So as soon as it goes back under that, then you can change the gear and then flip it in acceleration again. That's what I love about this train. It's very unique. There was a mod that you could get for this train route to give you all the destination boards and that, but I got rid of all the mods before the core update. And as always, nobody wants to get off the station here. It's pretty boring. What is there to do here? That's right. I'll just go over to these dirty apartments over here. up here when you choose the destination. Shot it. Ah, well. Pretty sure that these back ones can get on there still, yep. There's only one person anyway, so it doesn't really... Oh, hang on. Hang on. Yeah, the free version on Epic Games would definitely there is a couple things you can do to improve your if you do struggle to have the game work good though. There is a couple things you can flip. You can go to Task Manager and put everything in the high priority. Put the Train Sim World part in the high priority. That's what I did. But with the application, I changed the settings to have the application write it, not Windows. If I didn't do that, it would be way worse than what it is now. Yeah, it's definitely a very, very good game. I started with the original Train Sim World, Train Sim World 2020. But, I played it even before it even went to 2020. So yeah, I'm very, very old school with this game. But I started with when it first got released on Xbox. That's how I started playing it. I even had the YouTube channel. Well, actually, I might have had the YouTube channel, but I couldn't live stream. I couldn't do anything with the Xbox side of things because I didn't have YouTube. So yeah, I started with that. It wasn't really much variety going for it at the time, so I got pretty bored with it really quickly. So I stopped playing it, and then it got released on the PlayStation not long after that. And I started playing it for a little bit, did a bit of gameplay for the YouTube channel, and wasn't really meant much going for it. There wasn't many train routes or anything. So once again, I got bored with it and I got rid of it. I did have it on disc originally. Fake Cross, I don't have it on disc, I'll tell you right now. You'll put me on hell by now. So yeah, I got bored with it and that, and then seen it again on for sale around Christmas, just after Christmas, 2019 into 2020. So I purchased it again just a couple of days into the new year of 2020 last year, and really haven't looked back since. I've just been playing constantly since then. And then when the announcement of Train Sim World 2 got announced around June, July last year, and I actually found out because they were giving hints in that for the Train Sim World. We all thought, oh well, this is Train Sim World 2021, and then I got the whiff a few hours before its official announcement that was Train Sim World 2. I'm like, ooh, they're doing a second version of the game. This will be interesting. And then, as soon as I seen the actual leak before its official announcement, and I've seen that the ice train was in it, I'm like, I got my fucking wish. Because the ice train was one of the trains that I was calling for the game for so damn long. Because I know the history of that particular train, and I follow the German trains a hell of a lot. So there's still a few German trains that I want to see actually added, and I was actually spewing that the Ice-T train wasn't actually released for Nevica Dresden, which I'm still hoping that they'll eventually do later on. But yeah, when I found out about it, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I can't wait. I was also very lucky. My mate had Train Sim World at the time on PC when I first started as well, and my first route that I played was Sandpatch Grade. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it was in a beta stage when I played it too, when it first came out. So that's why I know about the history of this game. When I've seen it on the Xbox, I'm like, oh wow. So I was quite interested there and there. So I really thought originally when the game first got out. Hello Tommy, how you going? Thank you for joining us, buddy. I thought originally, oh, this is going to be a freight train game. Because I look at Sandpatch Grade today, at today's Train Sim World, as one of the most train routes. It's a very boring train route because of the simple fact it's 40 miles per hour, or 40 kilometers per hour most of the way. It takes 2 hours to complete. It's the mindset of a person that wants to play this game wants to average around 40 minutes on a route. So it's a bit of a bore film, but for its beauty and scenery, no, it's actually quite very nice. Got some beautiful scenery. That's one thing I give Sandpatch Grade, even on the original. Looks nicer now, obviously, with the remaster, but it's still nice back then. Okay, let's get into lap. I remember getting the Xbox when you could only play Great Wet. Yep, that's right. That's correct. When it first got released, that's right. That's why I said there wasn't much time for it. This is still one of the all-time great rounds. This is the first DLC. This is the first DLC. If you get a question on who wants to be a billionaire about Train Sim World, you say what was the first ever DLC for Train Sim World. If you get the question wrong. Answer is Great Western Railway. Still want to see the passenger information system added. There is a mod for it, but I'm not sure. I haven't even checked the mods actually. Wait, let's see if they've been if that one's particularly been updated. Let's see if it's feasible. Yeah, it's I'll bring it down a little bit more actually.
Ticket checks on the operation of this station. Please have your tickets ready for inspection.
Get that traction pressure up. Yep. I still think it was a big flop bringing this pack in as a paid pack for this route. I really still think that this should have been a free pack, just a free upgrade to the game. And I don't know, it was just a lot of people were thinking, you know, very, very greedy at the time. A lot of people didn't really like the fact that this was actually a pack that was coming in the game, but these trains are already in the game that are for other routes, and we have to buy them again for a route that we want to use it on, because you don't want to actually put it in for scenario planner. But the whole idea for scenario planner was for that, where you can take any train and put it on any route. That was the original plan. So we thought. Hoping they'll give us an update on the roadmap stream about the missing content on the PlayStation 5. It's just becoming absolute pathetic. One problem after the other. It doesn't matter what device it's on. Look, the PC side of things, it's just freezing has never been as bad as it has been over the recent couple of months. I'm not on the best rig as I explained, but not so much with the graphics card, it's the processor, but even still, I've got mates that are saying the same thing, and they're on the 3090. Lily's saying that those sound issues are back on the Xbox. Did you reply to me? I did ask you if there was a big update. Was there a system update for Xbox after that issue came back for you, Lily? The looping's definitely a problem, but I'm getting sound cutouts on the PC, so I'm not sure if it's probably my PC more than anything. So I want to bloody hurry up, making this lockdown shit hurry up and finish, because I want to really get back and work and save fuck as quick as I possibly can for my high rig. The plan is to get the car, and then the plan is to get the PC. Soon find out. Okay, so I say that they've had the same sort of issue. Well, you really haven't had the same sort of issue, but you've had the same. Xbox has had an update, and now that sound issue's happened again. So it sounds like to me that this Unreal Engine that they've upgraded to is causing problems across the field. I hate to say it. I don't know really. I said to you guys back at Christmas last year, this game would be in such a better place 12 months later, and it doesn't. The closer we're getting to Christmas, the game's getting to a worse place. It was in a bad state when it first got released last year, I'll tell you. But I'm laughing about it because I'm thinking, when are we going to get the day when they're just when frame rates and graphics are just going to unite as one beautiful, happy family. Yeah, that's what ours was. It was a few gigs. I didn't even know about the issue with the PlayStation actually until I went to do the live stream on Saturday night, and because I originally planned to do it on PlayStation, and then I turned it on and I'm like, where's the Never Dresden? And I didn't even know about Southeastern High Speed. I was just more worried about the Never Dresden. And then I seen the Southeastern High Speed was gone as well, and the add-on Class E here. Like, what the hell's going on? They've taken away me bloody EMU as well. I paid $27 for it. And even though I bloody paid for the season pass, or both. And I'm worried because my live streaming launches are always on the PlayStation because I'm based in Sydney, Australia. I'm one of the first countries in the world and first live streamers in the world to do the official launch of DLC for Frank Sim World. And I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, well, you started with Boston really hard, and now you get, all right, Never Dresden went off without a hitch. We did live. We're on launch. We were 12:20 a.m. Sydney, Australia time zone, and then 3:20 p.m. in UK still on the Wednesday. So, you know, like, when I seen that this week's streaming lineup was TBC for originally for Dovetail, I thought, all right, well, this could be interesting. Maybe Brighton Mainline's, the AKA London Commuter, is having its first stream this week, and that means that would put it into line for a October 7 release. And then I seen it was Train Sim World 2022, Train Simulator 2022, sorry, for both days. I thought, you bastards. I thought, oh great, now you've put a spanner in the works. Is it now October 14? Is it October 21? Is it October at all? Is it next year? Yeah, like, I don't even know if it's going to be released before the tube stock now, because now the 1938 tube stock's bloody been finally shown by Rivet, and I'm like, alright, well, what's going on now? you think the community would be patient enough in 20 years' time for Dovetail to get it right? Oh shit! There we go. Lucky enough to have GTA 6 in 20 years' time the way it's going. It never used to do this either. It never used to freeze up like it does with this cutting out. Before the core update, it was fine. And it doesn't matter if I lower the settings, it still does the same thing. Doesn't matter anyway, it's still nice to drive. Little spits here and there. Just jump out here, boys, that'll do, thank you. Manually bloody do it from here. Here we go. So I did put on the wrong one before. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. Yep, red light, beautiful. Well, I told you about the launch live stream for Boston Sprinter, that I slammed straight into the back of one of the one of the trains, the purple trains. It let me go straight through the red signal. I'm like, okay, well, it just turned yellow as I was under it too, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, I'm safe, all right. And then what? 20 seconds later, more. It's only happened that one time as well, and then I've seen reports of others having the same problem with Boston Sprinter when it launched. I'm not sure if the issues are fixed now, but I just see reports of that happening, so I thought, oh, okay, well, I wasn't alone. I just go on the forums now just to have a look at stuff. I don't even answer anything. I just like, just go and see if there's any interesting comments. If I, what the fuck is going on, man? I'm mainly going there to see what the streaming is for the week, and then because I am looking forward to that first preview to get the confirmation for release. Because I know when I see that first preview, I know we've got the first preview, second preview. Maybe they're doing the 2 previews next week, and we are still going to get an October 7 release. I wouldn't put it past them doing that either, because we've got 2 for Train Simulator 2022 this week, so I don't know. I still wouldn't rule out that date, but it still looks more likely it's going to be further than that. We already know it was going to be more than 3 weeks. Told me about the rules, like speed limit bloody thing happening straight away. Jesus Christ. It's getting worse. Don't you dare. Saved it. Saved by the bell. Ah! On my Xbox, I play Train Sim World with them out. Huh? Yeah, it might on Xbox because, I don't know, they might have support for it. Oh, surely not. I don't know how you can get the mouse going because I can't get the mouse going at all. Right. There we go. On the PlayStation, that is. 2845 London Paddington. Sloth. Very nice. Sloth. Shilo. Alright. Let's take a little break, folks. I'll be with you guys in a couple minutes' time. And we shall go and hit the Boston Sprinter. I was going to do the Boston Sprinter with the MBTA, just a quick service, but I've got a book where I've got all my writing down of the areas of the speed limits and stuff, so I know when to slow down and stuff with the full safety system. But I can't find my book where I've got all my stuff in. I have a diary with like all the areas of safety systems if I get stuck and stuff. Should have been on the table. Take a second, please. Fucking cafe. Fucking prick. Ah, alright. I don't know. Oh, Jesus, fuck. I did want to do this, but anyway, I'll have to do it without the safety system on. Fucking spewing. I love using the safety system, but I don't know what. I know it's 2 miles out. Shit. It's been a while since I played this. I haven't played it for a few weeks. There's my good friend Tintin. Yeah, he hasn't been on our YouTube channel for quite a while, but he is a old schooler subscriber. I don't know if he's still in the mix, but anyway. 6:38. Let's go. How we going with frame rate? Ooh, like normal. Let's get those cab lights on. Front, center. Beautiful. Unlock those doors. Put that on. Step ladder on. Trail to be dead. On. Number on. Figured out we'll use it. It's cutting out like normal. That guy was having a smoke. Yes, I know I'm denied. Just gotta wait. the time we get up to that red signal, hopefully should be right to go. One thing about the rush hour is that the lights at the front of the trains have improved. Yeah, proceed. Don't worry about that red signal, it's just a... Proceed at the restricted speed. was like 2 point something miles, 2.8 miles out, I think, and then it was like 2 miles out on the second one. Mind the gap. Yeah, no worries, Lily. There's a full replay of it if you want to watch the rest later anyway. first warning. That flash just there will give you the second warning. That's what I thought it was. That's it. Second one should be coming up here in a second. Bingo. Said I need a book. We'll be doing another run after this one, folks. When that buzzer comes up, you hit the Q button on the keyboard, not the O button on the PlayStation controller, or the red button on the Xbox. bloody part. Got some FIFA 22 action coming up on the YouTube channel this week as well, folks. Pre-ordered it, the Ultimate Edition today, actually, so I can first my mates with the PlayStation 4 version, and I can sit back, relax, and play the PlayStation 5 version. The 10-hour trial is starting, so next day, so get some gameplay up on the channel. Make sure you hit that 20 before you start going up the hill here, because it does drop into 20. Be around now. Now. See a like a brown thing on that thing? What's that? MBTA. Franklin. Hashtag 741 Boston the Reveal on the Boston Sprinter with the F40 PH3C MBTA. You're on Choo Choo Tuesdays. This is our Tuesday live streaming show. Every single Tuesday here on our YouTube channel from 9 p.m. Sydney, Australia time zone to 11 p.m. Sometimes go overboard like we're going to do tonight. All right. We do have a standby before we start off, as always. No, I don't want to go there. Exit on that. There we go. Okay. Little short run to finish off things here tonight. On one of the all-time greatest train routes of the East Coastway. Class 377 time. This is what you're going to be looking forward to on the Brighton mainline, folks. Let's get into it. Ooh, I think it sounds like a bloody thunderstorm and a half. Actually off. They're running... There's that bloody spray painter again. Look at his freaking... You've got cum stains all over you there, boy. This is the easiest train to drive in the whole entire game. The 375's the same. Most trains are easy to drive as soon as you learn them, but some of the trains, it's like the German ones. I can't use the full safety systems on the German trains. I just can't really understand them. Seep is alright. That's basic seep warning system, signaling system. I wanted to throw up more premieres today, but what happened was I woke up this morning and my internet wasn't on. My boxes, my NBN box and my internet box were flashing, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I've got no credit on my mobile phone and that, and I'm like, thinking I have to recharge my phone to find out what's going on. So I recharged my phone, and then I've seen planned maintenance, and I'm like, well, since when did they tell me about planned maintenance? I didn't know anything. Well, that put a spanner in the works. I want to do the 3 premieres or 4 premieres today for Train Sim World 2. And I was like, well, lucky I backed up Deathloop and threw that on yesterday and got that to premiere 24 hours later on for today. And that did premiere just before we went live tonight with our first hour of gameplay. And I did the Sim Metro, which is the other train simulator game that I'm starting to play now with the South Korean game set in Seoul. It's a beautiful train game, even though most of it is in Korean. It's, yeah, I finally worked out the safety system on that thing, how to switch it over and stuff, and then I've got that gunning like a cut snake now. So, been doing gameplay with that, so I premiered that as well. And then I thought, oh, well, I'll at least get one up on the channel. And so yeah, we've got a premiere of Train Sim World coming up after this live stream later on tonight. Well, I'm trying to get those 2 or 3 premieres ready for tomorrow, and I'll probably continue a trend that I was doing the last couple of weeks. I'm sort of doing one run, and then I'll do the same type of run, but I'll do it on the following day on the same route. I'm gonna really starting to do a pattern, and I'll pick probably about 3 routes of the game, or 3 or 4 routes per week, and I'll run off that for a week, and then I'll flip the switch on something else the following. I sort of really gave up doing the scenarios for Dresden. I'm like, you know, like people have done it, and I'm thinking, I prefer doing the timetable. Not really a scenario man. I've never really enjoyed doing the scenarios. I'm thinking in real life, it's not a scenario. You're driving a train, you're doing a run. And I've gone overboard on this one, as long as I'm on the station. Yeah, it depends what sort of net you got as well. They got the TPG's the best one here in Australia, and my mate, he's on Telstra. I'm on Telstra, and fucking his internet speed is 200 plus download speed, and it's like 50 something on the download on the upload. I'm like, fuck me. Been with Telstra for what? A couple of months, and they upgrade you, double your internet all of a sudden for free. That's what they did doing. They gave him a double internet for free, and I think, freaking hell, I've been with you guys for how long, and you haven't even upgraded my box, you haven't upgraded nothing. When I get my high-end PC, that's when I'm going to start talking business, and I'm going to say to Telstra, I'll say, hey, if you can't throw me a fibre cable, a business fibre cable into my premises, and give me the high speed at a good price, then I'm going to take my business to your opposition. So if I'm off the air for a few weeks, you'll know why. That is the plan. Yeah, because I'm definitely going to want top-notch shit with a PC that I'm planning to get. It's going to be around 4K. About between $3,000 and $4,000 a PC I want. I'm going to put a capture card in it as well, a built-in capture card. I'll upgrade my screens, and I'm on a 144 hertz screen, but it's not 4K. So what I really want to do is I want to do the 4K. The other screen's just a cheap $100 screen, but that's all right anyway. That's just for my. I wouldn't know. I would have to talk to Telstra about it or whatever, you know. I'll say to them, mate, you know, I can run a YouTube channel. I'm downloading, uploading 4K all the time. I'm downloading 4K all the time. You know, I want it where my 4K videos will download real quickly. Like, it's just, I have to always set things for way later on my 4K, on my gameplay, because it's all 4K. Because they're 4K files, they're massive files, they take longer to process into 1080p, and it takes forever. The longer the videos are, the longer it takes for 4K. That's why my dev loop, I had to pretty much put 30 hours on top of the download completed for it to premiere at a time that I know that it would premiere at 1080p and not at 360p, because I've had that sting on me a fair few times. I'm thinking, oh, the premiere's 360, oh great, yeah, this is really professional. So it's happened to other well-known YouTubers I know that do train sim well real hard, like Neil TV8. Neil has got over 8,000 subs, and he's a really massive, well-known train sim well 4K uploader. And yeah, even his premieres have been a 360p, and a lot of them have been. And I've had that sting with me a few times, and I've sort of learned that you have to make the premieres be at times where you don't really want it to be, but you have to throw it on at a time that, or put it for the next day. So the gameplay might be done the day before, but I have to have it premiere the following day. So that's why it took me a while for Deathloop to process, because I want to get enough gameplay to put a decent enough video together. But I knew that it would be around about a 30, 40 gigabyte, 50 gigabyte file, where it was just over 30 gigabytes. So I just did 3 lots of gameplay, threw it on the USB stick, threw it into editing on the computer, process the editing file, video file, then throw that file onto download to YouTube. The file takes a while to process as it is, and then that takes a couple hours to process. It took about 4 or 5 hours to process. Then it takes about 4 or 5 hours to process that to YouTube. Where my time takes up, this is why I said to you, I was saying to you before, I put in around 12, 14 hour days. It's not just doing the gameplay. I'm doing the live streaming on top, I'm doing the editing, I'm doing the games, I'm doing the editing, I'm doing the covers for the games. I've ran over this one too much, I have to reverse. A lot of work, but quite enjoy it. My goal was at the start of the year, see, this is the first year that I've upped my uploaded videos from 1080p, and I never used to edit my videos. I never used to have intros or logos on my videos, or the subscribe button, signs and the sounds and the outro and all that stuff. I never used to have any of that. The goal was, after a very successful year last year, I had over 120,000 views last year on the YouTube channel. It's the most successful year yet. And we celebrated our 3rd year anniversary in February 27 this year. And the goal was to improve our product. So I upped my game to 1440p at first. I was doing 4K, and then I was starting to get that sting, and I thought, alright, I dropped it there for a little bit back to 1440p, and then I made the decision to make it a standard that all my uploaded videos will be 4K. No, I don't make decent money, trust me. It's as soon as you get 1,000 subs, you have to go through a lot of processes to get finalised for monetization. They send you out a code and everything. You got to put the code in. You got to put in the BSB and account number and bank details and all that stuff. You got to throw all that in. You got to get green lighted for that. It's a lot of processes through it, but then. My first payment, the first payment is $100. It's a $100 threshold before you can even get paid. So you got to rely on people when you're doing your live streaming to use the super chats, and they. Give me a second. No, that's not it. Fuck. I'm gonna stuff it up in my day. So yeah, it took me about 5 months to get my first payment. So I've only been paid $100 since I went monetization. Just after we turned 3. So it was I think it was about late March, early April when we got finalized. I think it might have been early March, but yeah, it took a while for my first $100 payment. I haven't been paid since my payments at the moment are at halfway to my next payment, so that's for 2 months. So I'm averaging around $25 a month doing it, but you know, it's better than nothing at the moment. You know, when I'm looking at it at the moment, that next payment should come around just before Christmas, so it works out very nice and little nice Christmas bonus. So that will pay for a little bit of the bubbly. All right. That's our final run for tonight. It is OT. We've gone OT. Jesus Christ. Like always. So just to recap on what we did tonight, folks. We finished off with... we did the Boston Sprinter. And we started it with the Rura Austin. And we went Great Western Express with the Great Legends of the Great Western with the 101. And we finished it off there with the Legend, that is the East Coast Way, with the Class 377, which will be available for a 12 carb on the Boston, Jesus, on the London commuter. That's the one. All right. Now, within the next few hours, folks, we should be able to get the roadmap information for the updated roadmap for Train Sim World 2. So within the next, I'll be safe to say within the next 5-6 hours, we will be doing an information update on our YouTube channel for Train Sim World 2 and breaking down the roadmap with my beautiful text-to-speech. My beautiful text-to-speech bloke will explain to you guys the updated roadmap. So I'll be talking now and put in my little bits, and we will see if there's anything added to the roadmap. I highly doubt it, but anything is possible. And yeah, we will definitely break down what they've said on the stream as well in tomorrow night's live stream. Our next Train Sim World live stream is tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. It is our midweek World of Trains. It's the 49th episode. And we have 2 hours of Train Sim World 2 once again on PC. We're on the air from 9 p.m. Brisbane, Sydney, Canberra, Melbourne, Hobart. 7 p.m. Western Australia and Perth. Midday UK, 1 p.m. Germany, 7 a.m. Boston, New York, and the capital of Canada, and 4 a.m. on the west coast of the United States, and Vancouver in Canada. We will see you then for some more amazing action. I'm the Godfather. It's been an honor. And we will see you on the rails again sometime soon. Hooroo.